Okay, now we're live. Okay, everybody. Welcome back to the Cannon Connection. Most of the usual crew here. I'm at my cabin because I had to make a special trip just to pick up a boat because in Canada and much of the North United States, you can't just leave your boat out all year long. You have to pick it up for the winter.
You know what BOAT stands for, right?
Nope.
Break out another 1,000.
Wow.
Mhm.
There you go.
It's very true.
I won't even tell you what this one
So
cost.
I'm assuming your Thanksgiving was good yesterday.
Yeah, Canadian Thanksgiving was yesterday. It was good. It was low key. Jay Clean leaves us in the water all year long. It was low key. It was,
Jay. We all can't be blessed with a boat.
Not all of us can. Nope.
I don't have a boat, but it's all right though.
I wish I wouldn't have bought mine. There, I said it.
Is it a fishing boat?
It's a pontoon boat.
You could fish off a pontoon boat.
You can fish off a pontoon boat. Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with fishing off a pontoon.
Yeah, I love it when I'm using it. I hate it when I'm taking it out for the first time and putting it away.
But in between, you're fine.
In between, I'm fine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. When he's sitting back on it, drinking a drink, and
smoking a cigar, drinking a drink, and yeah.
So what's the topic of the day, folks? Because there's no tournament this well, actually there was. There was the
I didn't even see the results of the
I just saw pictures of the Olympia Tournament in Las Vegas.
Thank you.
I know Eli Sadov won the overalls left. That I do know.
Well, Eli's a bad dude on the left.
That's good for him.
Yeah. So I mean that was pretty cool. And someone told me this because I was talking to Bill. Said, "Hey man, look like a pretty, badass event." He goes, "The talent went there, but the entries wasn't. He only had 130 entries.
Only,
yeah.
They call that a success here, but Olympia should draw more.
You would think, right?
Especially with everything going on there. You had Brian Shaw there. You had all the Olympia bodybuilding going on. You had the expo. And
here's the problem, and this is former incarnations of the Arnolds. This applies to as well. This applies to the Kentucky Muscle because it was at a fitness expo as well for a time. I'm not sure if it still is. The Olympia especially, this should be built up into something bigger. This is a lot of elite strength athletes where they go, where they hang out, where the personalities go with huge followings. This is an opportunity I think we're missing a little bit here as a community.
Yes. I mean, look at it this way. If you can get a lot of people to show up to the Arnold in a college town, nonetheless, Columbus, Ohio, if they can have that huge convention center full of athletes, I mean, all day, but when it's all said and done, what are you going to do in Columbus, Ohio, right?
Drink.
Las Vegas is a whole different animal. You can do all kind of stuff after that. So I'm still trying to, and yeah, I can easily sit there and go, well, how come you didn't go, Jody? I get it, right?
I mean, I think weather also played a factor in this, right? I'm sure a lot of people from the East Coast and Florida would have went, but they were kind of getting pinched by two hurricanes and 100+ tornadoes. And
well, we know of one person for sure that would have went that did not go because of the weather. It was Sarah,
right?
Yeah. And I do think that I'm not going to say that ruined their numbers, but I'm sure that didn't help their numbers.
Yeah, she moves the needle, so. Her not being there probably hurt them a little, but I mean, it's still.
They lost a super match too, right? What were the results of the super matches that did take place?
Jordan still won.
He pulled Pablo.
What's that?
Who did he pull?
Oh, he pulled. It wasn't Pablo. He pulled. God, what's that guy's name? I have to look up my phone and check it out. But he won.
We all got that right.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, we can scratch the Sarah Heidi. What about Allen thingy?
I don't know. And that's the thing. I mean, like sometimes, I don't think his
all right, we all won. Got it.
Series thing. So I'm not sure who won unless somebody posted, "Hey, I won. Here's my medal. Here's my belt," or I took second or third. Other than that, you don't know about it. It's kind of weird like that.
Yeah.
But it was always like that, even back in the Northeast message board days, where we all knew that, hey, Monday morning, everybody's fucking getting up at 7 a.m. Oops, we're 5 minutes in. Darn it. Everyone's getting up at 7 a.m., right, to go hit the message board because they want to see the results of what happened Saturday. But, it's just Bill Collins never really threw out these results. He just never really did that. So
I make sure. You know what I have to do after Olympia weekend on Sunday? I look up the results of the bodybuilding competition.
Mr. Olympia, a brand new one. Welcome to the club.
And
I saw C-Bum retired.
Well, 6 in a row and retires.
Hey, retire on top. Ain't nothing to prove.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what Arnold did. That's what
Arnold had 7. Ronnie had 8.
Yep.
Lee Haney had 8.
Lee Haney had 8.
Who else?
Phil Heath had 7.
Dorian had 5.
I
6.
mean, but the thing is, like, how
6.
long?
Yep.
Yeah, the thing is, like, how you can't keep doing that sport forever. It's just you're going to die. Like,
You know who got out at the right time, and he's living his life, and he looks incredible. Obviously,
Lee Haney?
much smaller. Nope, Dorian Yates, the guy that
Dorian
set the
does, yeah.
standard for the monsters. He's got Cutler as well, but
Jay Cutler, yeah.
Dorian is just touring around doing stuff. His wife is all over social media. Like, man, what a life!
Arnold doesn't look bad for his age.
Yeah, true story. Arnold didn't come from the mass monster era, though.
No, but he was still huge.
Like, you would have put Arnold against Chris Bumstead. That's how the difference from then to now.
And even then, they thought Arnold was big then.
Yeah,
he
was.
But there's people that kept in good shape, like Frank Zane. Although he was never like really huge, he was more aesthetic. But still, I mean,
I still love that video of, like, you see these bodybuilders standing up there looking all jacked, and Brian Shaw stands up to them to shake their hand, and they all look like toddlers.
Yes.
Well, Arnold's like 6'2", and he looks like a small guy next to.
How about that match that's coming up?
Brian Shaw
versus Eddie Hall, and Eddie's getting trained by Neil, which, I mean, Neil Pickup is a great person to learn from. We all know that, but, like, I mean, I watched his video the other day. He's also training to fight Mariusz Pudzianowski right now too, so he's kind of doing double duty.
So when are these events? What comes first?
I think he's got 2 months now to get ready for his arm wrestling match with Shaw, and then he's fighting Pudzianowski.
So where's the match taking place? The arm wrestling match?
King of the Table in December, I'm guessing, possibly. If I had to guess.
If he's fighting Pudzianowski, he better be ready for a battle, because Mariusz Pudzianowski has been fighting nonstop since he retired from Strongman.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's a bad dude.
According to Jay Clean, that is the case.
What?
What's this guy's? What's his name?
Pudzianowski.
Pudzianowski will absolutely smoke Eddie in the ring. That's what Jay Clean says. So
I agree, but we don't know. I mean,
sometimes it only takes one punch when you're that big to just.
But Mariusz can take a punch. That's the problem. And we know that. We don't know that about Eddie.
Well, we saw he got knocked out by Thor. He's a very big guy too.
Yeah, but isn't Thor like super tall compared to Eddie?
Yes, massive.
Yeah, so
6'6", whatever he is. He's a big dude.
Richard, I saw that and put that on the screen.
What?
So Patrick McKinnon. That's is that a right or left-handed match, Richard? Patrick McKinnon is an up-and-coming guy in Canada. He wanted a super match with me for a time. I think he still does. Sounds like he's pulling pork chop at the MAC event.
When is that MAC event? Do we know?
I don't recall the date. It's not like next weekend or anything, but maybe
December.
Richard can help us out.
I think it's December.
Yeah. Is he promoting it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Speaking of December, I have recently decided to go with we got, of course, the Arnold qualifier. I have to do 2 letters for international competitors today because there's not just the guy from Africa that reached out to me. There's another guy, and I can't remember where he's from, but that's how it works. They need an invite.
Okay.
Yeah, December is Mac, but these guys need an invite, so I'm going to do up a couple letters for that. And it sounds like it's going to be heavily attended, so we're going to run 2 tables. And
Do you have like a special? Do you have like a special Manitoba Mastiff stamp you put on it?
That's a good idea.
You like that?
I should sell T-shirts too.
So, do you have your medals and stuff already from the High Five guys?
No, I have not. I assume they'll be on the way shortly. Oh, look who it is.
Who is it?
It's the man of the hour.
It's Timothy.
It's
What's up, bro?
Timothy.
What's up, ladies?
Hey,
Ladies, I will
I
bite you
can't
on
joke
the
around
nose.
anymore, Timothy.
I will bite you
You
on
tell,
the
you
nose.
tell jokes, and people
Let's go.
can't handle it. The next thing you know, they're sharing screenshots of it.
Oh, here we go.
Lord.
Oh shit! So you're telling me somebody's gonna clip this and put on
What
it
a-
and me telling
what a
Tim I'm
hell
gonna
of a-
bite him on the nose?
What a hell of a birthday weekend, huh?
Yeah, right.
Well, happy birthday, Tim.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Welcome
He's
to the
going-
shit show.
he's doing all kinds of stuff. He's assumed our genders as well.
What?
Tim's going to get cancelled.
He's gonna get well. You just wait. That's on.
So, Tim, let me ask you something, man. I just want to
Uh-oh.
get. No. This is legit stuff. So, just to kind of let everybody know out there, December 7th is a huge day in Washington.
Hey, you
So-
never mind that. Come to my tournament. It's going to be bigger.
Because he got some
December
international
the
schools
7th
coming.
in Winnipeg.
Yeah, because Billy Berg will be there, right?
He will be there. I
See?
see he's coming.
He's your best friend.
So,
Billy and I have made peace, and we are. He will be at the event. Him and Anna will both be there.
My hands are
I just
tied.
want to ask Tim, are your super matches Friday night, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So super matches Friday night. The Aries Super 64 will be the morning of the tournament.
Mm-hmm.
And during that time, that's when weigh-ins will kick in for the
Yeah.
actual tournament.
Yep. So Friday night, 5 to 7 weigh-ins, and then the super matches start right at 7.
Okay.
So everybody goes to weigh-ins. They can eat and then be there for the super matches. You know, it's downtown, the pizza place across the way, and all that.
Oh, I thought it was at the actual venue.
It is. Yeah, downtown, the movie theater.
Oh, okay.
But he's
Yeah.
saying the pizza place is there.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And
It's okay, Tim. I got it.
And then, yeah, in the morning during weigh-ins, that's when the round robin will be going on, and to try to get that over with. So pretty much all throughout weigh-ins is when the round robin's going to happen. And by the time weigh-ins is done, the round robin will be done.
Okay, so here you go. And you're going to have 2 tables, I would imagine, for the round robin, correct? Like always?
2 tables
Okay.
round robin.
So what role am I playing in that? Am I commentating that too, or?
Yeah, you guys will be commentating, yeah, all that good stuff.
Who am I commentating with? Uncle John? Is it like Gorilla Monsoon and Jesse Ventura?
It just depends on who's going to be doing what. So let's make it clear. Friday night is the international event, I will say. So Friday night is just you and Coach Ray commentating. And then the international pullers who are invited are there for Friday night only.
Right.
So then Saturday is a completely different event. And that's when we'll do other things.
Oh, how many outfits I got to bring? My word. Okay.
You got plenty.
You need Speedo 1 and Thong 2.
Just rinse them in the sink. You don't need them.
Yeah.
All
Right?
right, here you go.
Guys, you want to help me answer this question?
Go ahead.
I mean,
Well,
I
I mean,
mean,
if we're eliminating Devin Laird from the conversation,
Who?
you can't really eliminate him though, can you?
well, we're going to assume he's number 1. All right.
Yeah. So who's number 2?
What?
What are you talking about? Overall, you see that question on the screen? Top 5 overall Canadians on the right arm.
Oh, I didn't see the question. Sorry, Jay.
Oh.
Like now or just
Currently.
Shit.
Josh Bellin's got to be in there. Rick Heidebrecht's got to be in there.
And you could arguably put Pork Chop in there.
You could,
I mean, he's better on the left, but you could arguably you could put him in there on the right.
So what are you basing it as? Because we can get guys who pull internationally and then guys that don't.
Well, I think it just means right
just
now,
active-
like you're
active arm
you're
wrestlers.
five active Canadian arm wrestlers overall, regardless of weight class. But I mean, obviously, it's going to be the heavier guys, right?
So where do you put Matt Maskin at? Just curious.
Matt Mask too.
Oh,
'cause
yeah,
I think,
you got to put Matt in there. He's in there.
yeah. Do you put Matt too?
Yeah.
No.
Those
I
two.
don't think you put. Yeah, you could put Matt 2, Rick Heidelbrecht 3 or 4,
You
Porky.
got to put Rick second because he just beat Josh.
Yeah,
I put Ryan Espy number 3.
With the right arm?
Why
you
not?
crazy.
Why not?
I'm not trying to be a dick, Ryan, but I'm sorry. I'll put you in the top 10, but I can't put you in the top 5.
They're all dicks, Ryan. I got you number 3, buddy.
I appreciate
number
that,
3.
Tim. I appreciate that.
With the right coach in there, I got you.
With the right coach, you can show me the move that gets it done.
Or the right coach that doesn't get you injured.
Beerman's not on that list with the right arm in the top 5, Steve. But he's
I don't think he is he on that list in the top 5 on left? I don't think so.
Is he serious?
No.
Oh, man.
No.
He pulled
Because
once a year now.
Because Uncle
Maybe.
John beat. Hold on. Because here's the thing: Uncle John's technically still a Canadian citizen too.
No, he's not. He's defected. He's gone.
He's got dual citizenship.
We have
They kicked him
revoked
out.
Uncle John's citizenship.
Well, that's me.
Yeah, I said
I
it.
try. I tried, John.
Yeah,
He'll be at Washington State.
he's a climate change denier, so Justin revoked his citizenship.
Don't get me started on that guy.
But all right, if you go top 10 Canadian right-handed, would you put John Terrian in there too then?
I think you'd have to, yeah.
Yep.
Then you got guys like Joe Fox. Like, man, it's
You
a hard
gotta
thing
put
to
him there.
figure out.
Kashadze would be in there probably top 10.
Oh, yeah, that guy. He's top 5. Not
No.
the guy from the Ukraine that pulls in BC now.
I
They
heard
had
he's
the
really
war with
good.
Pork Chop that caused all the controversy at the
Yeah.
last nationals.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely him.
He's top 5.
Yeah.
Um,
It's I don't know, unless we like physically sat down with like active names, it would be hard to be like pinpoint X, Y, and Z.
tough thing to answer on the spot.
Yeah. There's
That
a
was
lot
a-
of people that can be considered in the top 5. But it's pretty much the 3, 4, 5 spot that you have to that's hardest, in my opinion.
It's a you just shuffle the deck basically, you know.
Yeah. I couldn't even really tell you who's like, I mean,
I think the top 3 is Devin, Matt, and Rick Heidelbrecht. In my opinion.
based on
And then-
wins, yeah.
Then you could flip flop depending on the day, Matt and Rick. Right.
And then
So
you might see like all of a sudden this Patrick McKinnon could
yeah, there's a lot of options.
blast
For
through.
the-
Like,
I think
Pork
it's-
Chop
I think
when we
it's-
were talking about him.
I think it's the 4 or 5 spot that is questionable.
After that, it gets muddy because then you go, ooh, Alan Ford. Then you go, Terrian. I mean, it gets a little muddy after that.
Do we know who wins between John Therium and Alex Martis?
Ooh,
I
They,
think
forgot
have
about
to.
Alex.
They must
There's-
have pulled at
they're
some
same
point.
weight. They're same weight class right now.
I thought that Alex had the last win on him at Nationals like 2 years ago, and I don't think they pulled since.
That's strange.
Well, I know that I know Terrian's pulling Coach Ray on the 23rd. So
Yeah, I'm just
So you mean
curious.
to tell
I don't know
me-
if they pulled yet. I don't know. I'm just curious.
You mean to tell me that Alex and Terrian haven't pulled like at a national, at a global elite or AWC event? That's strange.
I don't think so.
That is.
I don't
strange.
think they've ever super matched each other.
Everybody passes over Alex because he doesn't have a big social media presence.
Oh yeah. That's inevitable.
I think a lot of people forget that part of Canada.
And go watch Alex's match at Armwrestling.
I mean, I know Alex was at Worlds this year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he went over to WAF.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Jay Clean says Ryan SB, Cody Merritt, Chocolate Thunder are the top 3 lefty in Canada.
Hold on, how are two of them ain't even Canadian?
You don't know that.
Hey,
Can you
I'm
be
understanding
sure?
the super matches in Canada. So
Remember who was in my corner when I pulled Cody?
Okay, fair.
Yeah. Turned against his own countrymen.
Yeah, wait a second. I do that all the time. Sorry, Jody. I take that back.
There he is.
You know I can't turn against my partner in crime. Come on now.
We do have some pretty interesting things coming up, super match wise. I mean, we have your event, Tim. We have the Challenger Series. The end of November, beginning of December is going to be very interesting because that 3 weeks there. You think about we have the 23rd, then we have the 7th, and then we have the 14th. That's three out of 4 weeks with big super matches.
But preceding that, we got East versus West. I think it's November 2nd, I believe.
Yes, sir.
So there's that. So that'll kick things. Once that event hits, that'll kick things off. And it's just going to be boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, November and December are going to be big.
Hey, here's something for you. Have you guys booked your rooms for the Arnolds yet?
No.
Well,
I haven't qualified yet.
not all of us are going, but are you going to?
If I take 4th, I won't.
I have already booked it from the Wednesday to the Monday.
Tim, are you going to be in San Diego next month?
Yeah, and I will not be at Arnold's, and I'm running I'm running 3 qualifiers for it.
Yeah, you'll be at the East versus West Challenger Series Asian Cup or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Philippines, ain't he?
Philippines. I think it's called Asia Cup though.
Southeast Asia Challenger Series.
Yeah, but you're going to be at the World Series of Arm Wrestling.
Yep.
But to answer your question, Ryan, it all depends on when we're filming.
Oh, yes. So the Arnold's is notoriously hard to get hotel rooms at, by the way. So
And I do understand.
if you're even thinking of going,
You can reserve it now.
book your rooms. I talked to the hotel, the manager, because I was trying to book an extra day on each end, which I did. And it was like there's 60 rooms blocked off, and like a dozen are gone. But, arm wrestlers, they usually book about a month in advance. However, over the years, we've stayed farther and farther away. One year, I was able to convince them that I was part of the Arnold Classic organizational committee, and they let me stay at the Crown Plaza.
How'd you pull that off?
Just being very charming, Jody.
Power of
I
persuasion.
am with the Arnolds, I said.
If they saw you in person, they probably thought you was a competitor. So,
Well, I said, I'm with the Arnolds. And I got weird looks from the hotel after I checked in because I think they knew they messed up. But, oh, well. And I tried it again the next year. They're like, we have a list of names. What is yours? I'm like, oh, okay. No, they figured it out.
oh, so you're the reason why they did that. That's funny. That's a funny story. It's a funny story.
Yeah. That's how it goes.
Ryan.
So I still got my room key from the Arnold from 2019. So souvenir.
I got lots of stories from the Arnolds. You said, what is there to do in Columbus?
Yeah.
Well, there's some things.
I mean, it's a college town and ain't nothing going. I mean, it's March, so unless you catch an Ohio State basketball game or some sort,
There's a lot. There's a lot of bars.
They used to run the UFC in conjunction with the Arnolds every year.
They didn't the year I went.
Well, I don't think they do it anymore, but I mean, it was myself, Fraser Benoit, and Matt Mask sat there and watched Randy Couture beat Tim Sylvia for the heavyweight belt.
I remember that fight.
Yeah, that was wild.
So since it's October 15th, I got a question for you three. Since you guys are in conjunction with the Arnold qualifier and everything. Do you have have you guys had any meetings with the guys to try to find out exactly, because again, I know I keep bringing this up, but multiple classes now, left and right, and you're going to have super matches also. Are they going to do like block, like, hey, from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. it's going to be this weight class. From 11 a.m. to 1 is going to be that weight class. I mean, do you have an idea how they're going to be doing that?
They haven't released it yet. I just talked to what's the big guy's name?
William?
I just saw him in Olympia this weekend. We chatted a little bit, and it hasn't been discussed yet.
Okay.
I do have a question, Ryan.
Fire away.
Why the heck did Nadia start going after your fellow Canadian Candy for absolutely zero reason under the sun?
Well, I'll tell you why. Because they're making assumptions.
Yeah.
And it's not fair.
Especially to Candy.
Nobody does that in arm wrestling.
Especially to Candy, who is an absolute sweetheart of a human being, who's been through some hard times. And if anybody is curious, you can go check out her Instagram. She's very open about it. But then for them to just attack her based upon a health issue that caused some of this stuff is like completely freaking asinine to me.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's ignorance is what it is.
Well, then you got Jablonski jumping on the bandwagon also. I thought that was kind of out of line too.
That's my
Here's the thing with I'm going to say this.
Oh, please do.
There are
a 45-minute show today. So let's go.
There are ideas around the world that are possibly, how do I say this without being offensive, far behind North America. Like the idea of, I'll use for example, if your child were to, and I've learned these things visiting these countries, talking to people. If your child said they were gay, there's still a belief in some countries that you could change that through various means, whether it's physical or,
I guess my whole thing with it is Nadia, if you didn't want a target on your back, why the hell did you open your mouth?
Because
what are we talking
anticipate about?
Oh, you didn't hear what happened, Tim? Oh, so
man,
Nadia,
I went through enough bullshit this weekend on my birthday, so I tried to stay the fuck off the internet.
So Candy is a Canadian player. I think she's from Ontario, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
But Candy went through cancer and stuff and had to have a mastectomy and stuff like that. And she's very open about it. Like I said, on her Instagram, she's very open about how she beat cancer and she's a cancer survivor. And Nadia attacked her based upon how she looked, having to have the mastectomy and stuff like that. And basically, us making what's the word I'm looking for? Basically, insinuating that Candy is a man participating in the women's classes, which is completely far from the truth.
Because she had cancer and had her breast removed?
Yeah.
You're a piece of shit.
That's what she did. And and then she went through and deleted the post to try to hide it. And then she made a half-ass apology again. And then people were still kind of crucifying her on it. And she deleted that as well. I'm just like Candy has never done anything to anybody.
Yes, Jocelyn. Yes.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's just so stupid. Like I said, Candy's a sweetheart of a human being. And for no reason, she just comes at her because oh man, maybe I'm threatened by this person or whatever her thing is. And she's like, well, I'm going to try to bash this person because of X, Y, and Z. It's just
those people have too much time on their hands.
This is a good comment right here. So people have assumed that a certain thing is going on, and it is not that. I've received lots of messages about this from certain people who want to stir up shit and get somebody banned. But there's nothing wrong with what is happening in this situation.
Yeah. Yeah, and Candy was at Worlds this year. She took second at Worlds in her weight class. And I know everybody's like, "Oh, what? Look at her. She's got to be on stuff." But she did get tested and passed the test. So there is no like. Everybody just needs to shut up. Like it's simple as that. Like stay in your own lane. If you're that bored with your life, go find a freaking hobby and get offline and stop insinuating things about people.
I mean, this goes back to cyberbullying, people. Are we not? I mean, that's basically what this is. Cyberbullying is bullshit. I mean, my man Tim got attacked over his birthday weekend. I got mixed in with a bunch of bullshit over the weekend. And it's like, we're in a point where a lot of this stuff has nothing to do with the sport itself. I'm not sure why. I can't tell you why people act the way they do, but it's getting stupid. Like, what are we doing? So, and I told you guys, I had to do some soul searching on Sunday night after my run-in with these nonsense jackasses from AWU, right? So I sat down there.
And I don't mean to cut you off, but what's that about? Because I got 1,000 tagged messages on Messenger, and I have no idea what the hell that's about either.
Well, let me go ahead and give you a brief description about that. So those guys, they got multiple group chats, and they keep inviting me in one, and I'm just like, whatever, I don't have time. But in some of them, they're racially driven, they're drama driven, and Paul Talia got linked into one, and there was some stuff about one of the guys saying, I can't wait to meet Paul. I'm waiting to hang an N-word. I would love to do that. Any other N-word that's out there. So I'm like, wow, this guy. What? But nobody in the group chat is holding any of these characters, and we'll call them that. Nobody's holding these characters accountable, but the ringleader, and we'll call him Jerry Springer, wherever the fuck, because now we're past the half-hour mark. I'm cussing now. So I'm putting names out there. I don't give a shit now because it's starting to irritate me. So David Kotlow out of Texas. Nathan, I'm sure you know who he is. So
I've never met him on a personal level, but I've heard through the grapevine.
So
I saw that Harlan guy was in there, and that's why I never accepted the chat.
Yeah, Kotlow's a guy that will take a baseball bat, beat the hell out of a hornet's nest, and says, "Hey, I gotta go to the bathroom. Will you hold my bat for me?" And the bees come after you. That's the kind of guy he is. He stirs stuff up and then sits there and watches the dumpster fire. So I thought I put my, if you look at my profile page on Facebook, it's AWU with a circle and a slash across, because I don't believe in what they do. It's drama driven, racially driven. I don't like what they do. On the surface, hey, we're nice. We do tournaments. On the backside, the group chats, they're talking about Jewish people, African Americans, older people. They're just going to town on people. I'm like, this is not even like arm wrestling, right? And then my name got whooped in there sometime where somebody was even going on my page. Well, why is Jody worried about that? He has a white wife. I'm thinking, why does my wife have anything to do with any of this stuff, right?
Yeah.
So then Kotlow has a message for me, video message. And it says, hey, Jody, since you're like, the leader or whatever, I'll do you a favor. If you can come to my event, AWU, November 2nd, which I won't fucking be there because I'll be at the finals of the WSA, right? He goes, you can pull Andrew Yakasovich out of Canada, right? He's agreed to pull you. Don't know how and why, but apparently he agreed to pull me. And if I beat him, then we'll shut down AWU, but you got to pay your own way. Or maybe you can find some people who support you that can pay your way down there. So it's like going, the fuck is up? What? Right. I'm not pulling no fucking misfit. I'm sorry, Andrew, if you're not, but you're part of the circus. I'm not pulling no misfit down there to prove a point. Like, it's just getting stupid now. It's like, it's not even about arm wrestling no more. So then I follow my post up by saying, you know what? I'm going to just stay in my lane. I'm going to do what I do. Train, go to tournaments. Because I've been outspoken. I've been outspoken about a lot of stuff. I had to back my boy Tim up the other night. I'm a very outspoken person. If I feel some shit's wrong, I'm going to say something. But it's almost getting to a point now where I'm being political in this sport. I don't want to be that. So that's why I kind of just back. But the point I was trying to get at, Sunday night, I sat there and went through my list and said, okay, what do you bring to the arm wrestling as a sport? Nothing. Block, unfriend, block, unfriend, block, unfriend, over and over and over. Men did that. Women did that.
Hey,
So
Tim, I
now-
have a question. Who won the super matches at the Olympia?
Jordan Seal.
I know that, but like the 4-way.
So the 4-way turned into a 3-way because Jeremy
Okay.
couldn't make it, and Oleg
Well-
won it.
Called that one. So Ryan, you
But-
lost.
Hey, in the tournament, after Leroy got some guidance, he rolled Oleg twice. and
Who
beat
won
him.
that? So Allen won by default then.
Who?
Allen, wasn't he supposed to pull Tank as well?
I just thought Tank was in the 4-way. And then
Oh,
Brandon,
yeah,
Tank was supposed to be,
Brandon pulled Leroy, and Leroy won.
right.
Ah, son of a bitch.
Leroy.
Leroy.
He won?
Yeah, I bet. Leroy.
Hey, Justin, to answer your question, he says, is Candy by chance the same person that Devin showed on a live stream of a tournament? I believe so, Justin. He would have been live streaming at the Nationals, and she pulled there. You would
Yeah,
have
she
seen-
she took first at Nationals.
Yeah,
in her weight
I was.
class.
If I was there reffing, then yes, that's
Yeah.
the tournament.
Yeah, she did win first place in her national, and congratulations to her for doing that. Because to go through what she's been through, to persevere and become the person she is and what she is doing in Canada in the sport, like she deserves ultimate respect and kudos. So
Yeah, you see how it starts. He was making a bunch of weird faces about her as well. So, yeah,
that's my thing though. I just don't like that. So Jody, we tied. Ryan only got one right.
You didn't tie. You didn't get the 4-way right because you wouldn't touch the 4-way. I thought. You didn't
I
want
still
to-
said Ole. I said Ole.
Oh,
Which
Oleg?
The
Kasakin.
one that, yeah.
The Canadian guy?
No,
No.
No.
he
No,
lives in
got
Vegas area. He's on like Team Las Vegas, whatever.
yeah, he just pulls maybe 3
Couple
times a year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Strong guy though.
Yeah.
Anyway, Jody, I'm glad we're moving on from that. I will not accept an invitation to be on any of those shows. And, the loser leaves town match concept is, you'd have shown up there and you would have been in hostile territory.
Yeah, you might have got
And you might have got screwed by a referee. Who
Oh, I'm
knows?
sure I would have.
You foul
sure
out
I
of that
would've.
match so that AWU goes nowhere.
Yeah. It would
And
have been
even if
Bret
it's
Hart. It would have been Montreal screw job all over again.
It'd been
Yeah.
like the Jody. It'd have been like the Jody can't breathe match. You have to hold your breath the whole time till you pass out, and then they say
Yeah.
go.
Just
Pretty
be like loser gets fired match, and all of a sudden they're back with a mask on.
Yeah,
That's
it's
all
just
Hulk Hogan.
Mr. America. Yeah,
America.
all they do is just change the name. It'd be the same concept. And like I said, they're going to keep doing what they do because that's what they thrive off on, which is fine, whatever. But
And the reason I use that example, people, if you go back and watch, Mr. America arm wrestles Vince McMahon.
yep.
That's why I use that example.
So, but to put a bow tie on that particular thing, it's just it's sad. And I even told people out there, don't fucking tag me and all that nonsense. I don't need all that. Just stop tagging me. And then, like I said, Paul tell you my boy and everything, but stop tagging me and that kind of stuff, man. That's the only reason why I knew half of that stuff was going on because he tagged me, and I'm like, what the fuck? So
And you know why it stays alive is
Well,
because
Paul, I can speak on Paul's behalf a little bit. In some guidance, I agree on the tagging because he, in my opinion, he's trying to get the drama out a little bit and stop with the drama, and so he'll tag you to let you know someone's talking about you, so you can squash it. My opinion.
I understand that point, but I also understand shining a spotlight on something.
Correct. That doesn't need to be shined
showing
on.
the cockroaches where to go too.
Yeah, I get that, and I get that.
Yeah, and for me,
Yes.
a lot of this shit should be handled, behind closed doors, not in the eyes of social media. But
No shit, right? That would be weird.
yes,
But,
Jay Clean,
that's-
trauma equals eyeballs equal money. Unfortunately, that is correct.
Not in all cases. I'm sorry.
Well, there is too far. And in this case, I believe it has crossed the line several times over.
I believe so. I'm going to argue that point with Jake Lee. And from a perspective of, like, let's say Devin talking shit with his opponent leading into a king of the table in East versus West, that's eyeballs. Eyeballs are going to represent money. Simple as that. When you're talking domestically, like let's say within the United States or Canada, eyeballs doesn't mean money. I'm sorry. That's just people being dicks.
Well, it depends. Depends. People want the views on YouTube and social media, and maybe they're monetized, and so the more views they have, the more money they make. So the more shit that's talked, the more money that
Yes.
people are going to tune in, the longer the stream's going to go, and the better they're going to make money.
But most people that are doing it aren't monetized to the point where they're making a living off of social media. So,
Just saying.
True, but that's the dream, isn't it?
I guess.
Oh,
I think it's deterring a lot of. I think it could also be deterring a lot of people from coming into the sport, especially within North America. Let's say, because you see all this shit going around with groups, and they're like, well, why the hell do I want to be involved in that bullshit?
If Brad Cook has to make a statement or a post that he's walking away because of this shit, that tells you all you need to know. Brad Cook, 217, made a post saying, you know what? I've been in sport for X amount of years. I did a good job, but you know what? The latest about where arm wrestling is going, I don't like it. I'm taking a step back.
Give it one more year and watch how many more people do it.
Oh, yeah.
How many more people have been around 10 plus years that are not going to stand for the bullshit no more? They don't want they don't want the time of it, and they're going to step away. You watch.
It won't be me, because I'm not letting those little bastards fuck with me. I ain't got time for it.
It's one of those things where, like, a lot of things that are misunderstandings, right, with certain things should be handled in a far better fashion than just putting your bullshit on social media for everybody and their brother to comment on. So,
but that's the way it goes. It's like,
I know. I mean, that's the day and age we live in, unfortunately. But
yeah. It's like the person that says, "Oh my God, I can't believe this happened," with no context, and just throws that out there. It's great for attention.
I agree.
Yeah.
So is there anything coming up this month, arm wrestling wise?
December 7th, Winnipeg, Manitoba.
I said this month.
Isn't there something?
Manitoba's got a bunch of tournaments. Like, there's a Halloween tournament coming up.
A Halloween tournament?
Manitoba Arm Wrestling Association's Facebook page.
Is it Halloween Havoc?
You get a deal on your entry fee if you're dressed up as something.
Oh, we did raise like $7,000 for the Pulling for Special Kids event. So
yeah,
I did see that.
All that.
Congratulations!
I know there's a super match thing in Ohio this weekend.
Who's in it?
I turned it down. I was supposed to pull somebody there.
Oh yeah! Thanks, Jocelyn, for reminding me. Did you guys? I had Swartz on my show last week. We talked about the city slickers versus country folk.
Oh, is that it?
That's an interesting concept. I like that. Those guys from the East Coast are coming to Montana. I want to say Maddie, Steve Walker's daughter, is pulling God, I forgot. Jolene Anderson.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yes. If I'm not mistaken, yeah. I think it's that.
Jolene's crazy. And I mean that in the nicest way ever, because like I love Jolene to death, but she will pull for hours upon hours upon hours.
Oh yeah.
A1, welcome to the show. Thanks for watching.
We're crybabies? All right.
Yeah.
Oh, is that where we are now?
Yeah, apparently.
Hey guys, I gotta run. It's time for me to get in the vehicle and take that boat somewhere.
You got a 2.5 hour drive?
A 2.5 hour drive just to get to where I'm storing my boat, and then I got a half an hour back to where I live.
I mean, I know what kind of truck you got. It'll pull that boat all right.
Oh yeah, it'll pull it just fine. But yeah.
What else?
No.
What else we got?
Now Tim's on the other hand, probably not, but
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably not.
That's it. I gotta fly, guys. It's been a good
oh look, guys, I figured out how to do the balloons. Remember, you can do the thumb. Oh,
Oh, look, way to try it and you get kicked out.
Are
You're
you on your
welcome.
phone?
me? No, I'm on my iPad.
No, it only works on your phone.
That's bullshit.
yeah.
No, if you do the peace sign like this, if you do
Oh.
Tim, if you do peace sign like this, it'll do balloons.
All right, everybody.
Told you.
We gotta fly.
Do that, Tim. Do that, Tim.
Bring the. No, you can't do that one.
Oh no.
Oh. Thumbs down.
Double
Thumbs
thumbs
down.
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 Yeah,
Double
it'll give the rain and the thunder.
Yeah.
There you
There
go.
you go. See that? We're good. All right, everybody. We'll see y'all next week.
See y'all next week.
Later.
Good job, A1.